Hey everyone, my name is Karen Smith. I live in Clarksville, Tennessee. My husband's in the Army, so that's what brings us here. I'm a senior this year. I should be getting my degree this summer. I have like 2 classes I need to take during that time. And I'm hoping to teach high school math after. So, and coach dance teams. I currently coach. And that's what got me into teaching. But anyway, so I have to cut this video short because I already did this video once and it was 15 minutes long and I could not get it to upload to YouTube. So I'm gonna quickly run through everything I came across. I did my information on Clarksville, but I really wanted to focus on military families. So you might hear me touch base on why I think some things are what they are based off of what I found. So the population in Clarksville is 147,771 people. The median age is 29. That makes sense to me because Austin P is a really big college here, and also a lot of the military that are here are very young, so that also might bring it down. The median household income was $51,000, which I thought was kind of high for this area. I don't think that this is like a very low income area, but I didn't think that it was that high, especially with military. Unless they're counting military BAH, which is the allowance they give military families for rent, because if you base it off of an Army, a soldier's actual income and not including their BH, that could be well below poverty level. Military does not get paid very well. The only thing that balances it out is the fact that basically we live rent for free or mortgage or whatever. So unless they were taking that into account, that's the only way that I could really see that number going up. What I did find very interesting was that men's salaries were $15,000 more than women's. And when they looked at the increase from the previous year, this was in 2017, they looked at 2016, men's increased by almost $1,500, whereas the women's only increased by $900. So that was kind of shocking. The highest average salary by race and ethnicity, Asian was actually the highest. So I thought that that was interesting as well, because I don't really feel like there's a big Asian community here. I see a lot of white people, so I don't really know. I think that this actually might be incorrect, because when you looked at the graph, it showed a lot of the highest salaries being that of registered nurse and teachers who are Black. So I don't really know where they're getting these numbers. But anyway, the poverty rate here in Clarksville is 15.3%, which was actually lower than nationwide average or something. But the age that it's highest is for females between the age of 25 and 34, and then second was females between the age of 18 and 24. And I think that this is because of military dependence. A lot of the women that are married to military members, they qualify for WIC, which is basically like food stamps you get when you're pregnant or you have children. So it kind of helps with that. And I feel like that's probably the reason, but I could be wrong. Poverty by race, white was the highest demographic at poverty level. Education, it says that there are more female students than men in college, which is also very interesting considering the wage gap is $15,000 more for men when there are more women in college here. The highest degrees that are the top ranked degrees that they're giving out are for criminal justice, general health, and business. There's only 4% enrollment for teaching and education degrees, which actually explains a lot as to why this area is struggling for teachers. They have a really big shortage of teachers, and they have like a couple of programs as incentive for those with bachelor's degrees to come in and teach, still get paid, but also get your teaching credentials, which is what I plan on doing as soon as I get done with this degree. So the things that were obviously I wasn't expecting and kind of challenged my assumptions. I did not think that this area had that high of an average income. It just doesn't seem like the area. I come from like Fort Walton Beach, Destin area in Florida, and I think that this area has a lot lower of an income than that area would. So that one was just really weird for me. Some things that surprised me were obviously the gender gap. That was kind of interesting. And the fact that there are more female students than male. Those two things just didn't really make any sense to me as to why men had a higher pay. I mean, I know that that's a thing and it's a problem, but I guess I just didn't realize how big it was. Reasons why this is important and why it's helpful for me is, since I've never lived here, I don't know this area, researching this really helps me to understand like what schools I would be working with in the school district. There's like a map showing where the lower poverty areas in Clarksville. This will help me to know my students, know what their struggles are, know if they need like free lunch, if their families struggle, you know, financially. So I'm really thankful for this assignment. I wouldn't have done this otherwise. So it's actually really nice to look at. And yeah, I actually learned a lot about this community and found resources that would be helpful for my students, future students, and their family members. So yeah, I'm gonna cut this short now because otherwise I'm gonna have the same issue. Nice talking to you all. Bye.